Good morning. Today is October 25th, and the reading is from Each Day a New Beginning by Karen Casey. And let's dig right in. Love has the quality of informing almost everything, even one's work. Sylvia Ashton Warner. We are challenged to loving and being loved. Our attitudes are profoundly and positively affected by the presence of love in our lives. Each time we offer a loving response to a friend, coworker, even a stranger, we powerfully influence the dynamics of the interaction between us. Every response we make to someone changes us while it informs them. When we treat others with disdain, we invite the same. When we express only criticism of others, our self-assessment is equally negative. The beauty of a loving posture is that it calls forth love in response. The more love we give away, the more we receive. Any task before us is lessened when we carry love in our hearts. Love is more powerful than fear. Love helps to open the channel to God, assuring us of the strength, the understanding, the patience needed to complete any assignment confronting us. I am loved unconditionally by God, and I will experience the reality of that love the more I give it away. Love wants to change me, and it can. And it just always when I hear love, I think of the Beatles. All we need is love, and how true that really is, and that's what we are here for, and that's what when we are loving towards others, we feel our best, whether it's an intimate partner or our children or our friends, family, whatever. When we do something loving and kind, I don't know about you, but it tends to stir in me this inner joy, and it's the best feeling ever. And what when we're not in a good place, and when we're feeling down, or it's hard to give love, right? Like when I'm hungry, or I'm stressed, or all that stuff, that's when I find myself the most unloving and unkind. And you have to check yourself when you're like that. Like what I do when I know that I'm crabby and in a bad place, I either try to zip it and just try to say as little as possible without physically showing my feelings, which is hard because I'm an open book, and my heart is on my sleeve, and if I'm happy, I'm really happy, and if I'm not happy, usually you can tell. So I really work on, if I know I'm in a space where I'm not great, first I'll try to do, a little prayer, or I'll try to do some deep breaths. I'll try to do some gratitude. Gratitude usually is the quickest way to work. Gratitude tends to shake me and shift me out of that gear that I'm in when I'm like running low. But not always. Not always. Eventually it does work, but sometimes it takes a little bit. And I am okay with that as long as I'm not mean and don't create something that I have to make an amends for, because it's I don't like hurting people. So if I'm hurtful to people, I feel terrible. I feel bad, and so I don't like to do that. But I'm human, and we all are, and sometimes we do it and we don't even realize we're doing it. But if we try to stay in a zone of love, then I think it usually has better results. Love, no expectations, gratitude, all of these things are such great tools. And I try to use them, and I try to think of them as much as possible, but I certainly don't think about them. I could always think about them more, right? I could always be better at being loving. And And I'm just grateful for this reminder, and I'm gonna try to do that. And if anyone's interested in learning more about me or any of my stuff, my website is awkwardandawesome.org, and I do online courses and coaching, and really just trying to start a community of people helping people, specifically women helping other women, and whatever I can do to be of service to the greater good of the stuff that I've learned and the mistakes that I've made and all that fun jazz. So have a wonderful weekend. I'm really, really grateful that you're even watching this. So